Good morning, students. I am Sarkar, Assistant Professor of Siliguri B.Ed College and Siliguri Primary Teachers Training College. Today, I will discuss D.Ed English, Unit 7, Scaffolding and Gradual Withdrawal of its Support. First of all, what is scaffolding? In education, scaffolding refers to a variety of instructional technique used to move students progressively towards stronger understanding and ultimately greater independence in the learning process. The term itself offers the relevant descriptive metaphor. Teacher provide successive level of temporary support that help students to reach higher level of comprehension, skill, acquisition that they would not be able to achieve without assistance. Like physical scaffolding, the support strategy are incrementally removed when they are no longer needed, and teacher gradually submit their shift more responsibility over learning process to the student. Scaffolding is widely considered to be an essential element of effective teaching, and all teachers, to greater or lesser extent, almost certainly use various format or forms of instructional scaffolding in their teaching. In addition, scaffolding is often used to bridge a learning gap, that is, difference between what the students have learned and what they are expected to know and able to do at a certain point in their education. For example, if students are not at reading level required to understand a text being taught in a course, the teacher might use the instructional scaffolding to incrementally improve their reading ability until they can read the required text independently and without assistance. One of the main goals of scaffolding is to reduce negative emotion and self-perception that students may experience when they get frustrated, intimidated, or discouraged when attempting a difficult task without assistance, direction, or understanding they need to complete it. Now, the following example will serve to illustrate a few common scaffolding strategies. The teacher gave the student simplified version of a lesson, assignment, or reading, and then gradually increase the complexity, difficulty, or sophistication over time. To achieve this goal, the particular lesson, the teacher may break up the lesson into a series of mini lessons that progressively move students towards stronger understanding. For example, a challenging algebra problem may be broken into several parts that are taught successively. Between each mini lesson, the teacher checks to see if students have understood the concept, gives the time to practice the equations, and explain how the math skill they are learning will help them solve more challenging problem. In some cases, the term guided practice may be used to describe this general technique. Next, the teacher describe or illustrate a concept, problem or process in multiple ways to ensure understanding. A teacher may orally describe a concept to the students, use slideshow with a visual aid such as image, graphics to further explain the idea, ask several students to illustrate the concept on blackboard, and then provided the students with reading and writing task that ask them articulate the concept of their words. This strategy address the multiple ways in which students learn, that is visually, orally, etc., and increase the likelihood that student will understand the concept being taught. Next, the student are given an example or model of an assignment. They will be asked to complete them. The teacher describe example assignments features and why the specific element represent high quality work. The model provide the students with a concrete example of learning goals they are expected to achieve or product they expected to produce. Similarly, a teacher may also a model process. For example, the multi-step science experiment so that student can see how it is done before they are asked to do it themselves. Next, students are given a vocabulary lesson before they read a difficult text. The teacher reviews the word most likely to give students trouble using metaphor, analogies, word images isolation, other strategies to help the student to understand the meaning of most difficult word they will encounter in the text. Next, the teacher clearly describes the purpose of learning activity, direction student need to follow, and learning goals they are expected to achieve. The teacher may give the student a handout step-by-step instruction they should follow, or provide scoring guide that will be used to evaluate and graded their work. When the student know the reason why they are being asked to complete the assignment, what they will specifically be graded on, they are more likely to understand its importance and be motivated to achieve the learning goal of that assignment. Similarly, if the student clearly understand the process they need to follow, they are less likely to experience frustration or give up because they have not fully understood what they are expected to do. The teacher explicitly describes how the lesson builds on knowledge and skill students were taught in previous lesson. By connecting a new lesson to the student previously completed, the teacher shows students how the concept and skill they are already learned with the help them with a new assignment or project strategy as building or on prior knowledge or connecting to prior knowledge. Similarly, teacher may also make explicit connections between lessons and personal interest and experiences of students as a way to increase understanding or engagement. in learning process. For example, a history teacher may reference a field trip to museum during which students learn about a particular artifact related to the lesson at hand. For more discussion, for more details discussion, I will discuss in my next class. Thank you.